So we lie down, we've got the calves on the chair. This is why we kind of want that length, that height of a dining table chair. And your hands on your belly, and then just elbows nice and wide, shoulder blades apart, and then eyes are closed. We'll just start by focusing on the belly breathing. So as you breathe in, we know about the breath. So when we breathe in, we want to feel the abdomen expanding into the hands. So as we go through the chair yoga practice today, just see what one or two things you can take away with you, just a few basic stretches and little practices that you might be able to apply every now and then. Just even this alone is a really great way to gently decompress the spine and obviously also create that draining, that releasing of the legs. So we'll do another easy breath, feeling the heaviness through the sacrum, connecting to the rhythmical breath. Okay. From here, bring your right knee to the chest and just squeeze into the right knee. So pull it in towards your abdomen. And then raise your leg up towards the ceiling, but keep the knee a little bit bent. Just go into an ankle rotation. Slow and deliberate ankle rotation. And go the other way. And we're going to keep the toes pointed towards you. You might even be able to grab the toes. Don't worry about getting your leg completely straight, but just hold the stretch for a few breaths. With the other leg on the chair. So you're just relaxing that other leg. Hold it there. Okay, let's bring that leg back on the chair. Take the left knee into the chest. Just hold on to it. Give it a bit of a squeeze towards your abdomen. And then hold on to the thigh and just lift the leg and go into some slow, deliberate ankle rotations. And go the other way. Take your time. And then you walk up a little bit more, maybe grab your toes and just go into that hamstring stretch. Again, the leg doesn't need to be straight here. Taking one more breath like this, and then we'll take the leg back down. Take an exhale, let the full weight of your legs rest on the ball or on the chair. And then what you want to do is you want to feel your hips really relaxing because your calves and your legs are on the chair. There's less pressure in the joint of your hips. So take your awareness to that and consciously soften into the hips a little bit more, into your belly. We're going to bring the right knee back into the chest. Now bring your nose up towards the knee. And as you inhale, bring your head down. And as you exhale again, bring your nose towards the knee. Inhale, bring your head down one more time. Nose towards the knee. Inhale, head down, raise that leg back up and go for a bit more of a hamstring stretch. See if you can get the leg straighter. And then bring the leg to the chair, bring your arms behind. Take a big inhale, reaching long. Left knee comes in, nose to the knee, breathing out. Inhale, head down. Exhale, nose to the knee, breathing out. Inhale, head down. One more time. Head down, leg up, hold, bit more hamstring stretch. Take that leg down, reach back through both arms. Nice deep breath in. And then both knees to the chest. Now we're going to bring the head down and stay there with the head down, but keep your knees close to the chest. So your feet are not touching the chair. Now flex your feet, so that means you've got flat feet, not pointed toes. Take your arms out wide. Keep your knees close to the chest. Take your legs over towards the left, not touching the floor. Come back to the center, and then go to the other side, not touching the floor. And come back to the center. Now we're going to keep doing that, keeping the knees really close to the chest, keeping the knees close together, and having the chair there will give you that feedback that we're going to keep the knees nice and close, so we don't want to touch the chair. Just keep moving side to side. I'll do a couple more. We're going to take the legs back over towards the left. This time, though, take them all the way to the ground. Look back to the right and stay there. A couple of breaths. And let's go across to the other side. Turn your head in the opposite direction. And then we come back to center. So let's place the feet on the chair. You want to place them on the edge of the chair. So your feet are just against the seat, hands on the ground. Now try not to push the seat away. You're going to push the chair down towards the floor. Tilt the pelvis, lift the hips, come up into a bridge. So you're going to lift your hips up nice and high. And then from the top of your spine, scoop your belly in and slowly make your way back down. So feet are on the chair. Tilt the pelvis, scoop in, lift the hips nice and high, coming right up. And then from the top of the spine, you're going to make your way down nice and slowly. Let's do that again twice more. So you go right up onto your shoulders. And you scoop in. And come down slow. One more. And this time, when you come down, you're going to take your feet off the chair and slide them underneath. And if you're using a ball, you can bring your feet on either side of the ball instead. Okay, so we're going to come to sitting with the legs underneath the chair. So obviously, we all have a different chair. So some of you might have like a piece of wood or something to stop you getting your legs underneath. Hopefully you can get your legs underneath. Otherwise, you can have your feet on either side of the chair. Now place your hands on the chair, on the seat, And then just kind of walk your fingers forward so your hands are at the back of the chair. So hold it there. And then slide back to sitting upright. So we'll do it again, walking forward. If you've got a chair that your hands can reach all the way through past the chair, you can just hold on to that. Otherwise, hold on to the sides of the backrest. And you're doing that forward bend and leaning into it and grab the chair, using the chair to help you pull forward a bit. That's it. Good. Hold it there. We come back a bit and do that again. But this time, depending on your flexibility, if you want to, you're actually going to move further down the chair underneath so that you're closer to the chair. And if you're a bit more flexible, you actually move away from the chair a bit more. And then you lean forward. So if you shuffle further away from the chair and then walk forward more, and you can use the chair to kind of pull. A couple more breaths like that. Okay, we ease out of it. You're going to keep your left leg where it is, but you're going to tuck your right foot in so your right foot's tucked in the inside of your thigh. And then turn side on. So you're looking to the right. Your left hand is on the chair and your right arm goes up towards the ceiling. And then we slide towards the back of the chair and hold it there. Keep rotating that top shoulder around. Now, depending on your chair, you may even be able to reach and grab the back with the top arm. You might be able to grab the back of the chair. Just a few more breaths, keeping the right hip anchored into the mat. And then come up nice and slowly, both legs under the chair again. Just reaching forward. Grab the back of the chair. Sit. Okay, let's tuck the left leg in, keep the right leg tucked in, and turn to the left a little bit. So turn sideways. Place your right hand on the chair, left arm up, and then leaning sideways. And again, you may be able to grab the back of the chair and rotate a bit more. Good. Couple more breaths like this. Keep that left hip anchored into the mat. Take your time. Come up nice and slowly. We're going to turn back to the chair, but what we're going to do this time is we're going to swing the legs around, heads towards the chair, and you're onto hands and knees position. Just go into a few cat flows for a moment. We're going to keep the toes together, knees apart. Sit back with your bottom over your heels, and then take your hands on top of your chair. So you're in child's pose, but with your hands on the chair. And so you're just sinking down, your head is between your arms. You may want to move the chair to face the other way if it's more convenient for you. So we're kind of doing a few things in this direction. So you're just sinking down, letting your head hang, bottom back towards the heels. Easy breaths. Feel that stretch into the shoulders. Now, very slowly bring the hands back and come back to hands and knees. Hands are on the chair. And then step your right foot to the outside of the chair. And then lunge forward. So feel free to turn around if it's more easy to see me that way. You can bring your forearms onto the chair. You can just kind of rest into it. Just keep the head lifted a little bit so you're looking forward. Just sink into it. Another couple of breaths. Always that little bit of movement. So you might lunge or lean a little bit, rock a little bit. And then we slowly come back. Knee down, other side. Step the foot to the outside. Lunge into it. Forearms can come onto the chair. Bend into that knee. Lift the chest, looking forward. One more breath. And then slowly back. We're going to do that again. Right foot to the outside. Lunge into it. You can have your forearms on the chair. Now this time tuck your back toe and lift the back knee. So the back leg is straight. So you're more in that lunge position with your forearms still on the chair. Looking straight ahead. Kind of drop into the hips and lift your chest up. Drive back through that heel. Feel free to bring the knee back down if you prefer. Take your hands to the chair, so you're up onto your hands. And then from here, step both feet back. Now we're going to have the feet about hip width apart. Your hands are on the chair and your bottom up. So your hands are a little bit like what we just did with that child's pose. But your bottom is up, sit bones high. So it's actually more like the mountain pose, but then on the chair. So head between the arms, sit bones up. Your feet should be directly underneath your hips, so not further back. Unlock your knees a little bit, drop the chest, send your tailbone up towards the ceiling, and drop down, crown of the head towards the chair, tailbone back. Then we bring the knees down to the floor. And then we step the left foot to the outside, forearms to the chair. Lunge into it, then tuck your back toe and straighten the back leg. Keep lifting the chest, look forward a little bit. Couple more breaths. Keep driving back through the back leg. Come back up and step back to that mountain pose. So sit bones high, hands onto the chair, tailbone up, chest back, chest down, tailbone up, back, hips back. Walk your feet towards the chair and then roll to standing. So feel free to put the chair on the other end if you need to so you can see me better. Now we're going to just be standing facing the chair. You're a little bit away from the chair. So feel free to have the chair this end. And you're going to take your foot onto the chair. Now try and place your foot so that your toes are up against the back of the chair. Okay, so toes are on the back of the chair. Your knee is a little bit bent. Hips are square. So you're standing tall. So if you have a look at my leg is not too far behind. So I'm not like on an angle. Okay, have that foot underneath you so you've got a straight line through the body. The front knee's bent. Your foot is on the back of the chair. Raise your arms up. Stand really tall. Stick your bottom out. Reach forward, reach forward, reach forward, and then place your hands on the back of the chair. Bend your knees as much as you need to get to that back of the chair. And then from here, so your toes are on the back rest. So your toes are touching the back rest. So you've got your foot flexed. And then from here, keep looking forward of the chair and then straighten that front leg and bend it and straighten it and bend it while you keep holding on to the chair. And you sit your sit bone, your tailbone goes back, straighten and bend it. And then this time, straighten that front leg. Hold it here, both legs straight if you can. Now start to go closer and closer towards the leg. Your hands might even come down. And then hold it here. Just keep looking down at the chair. Square your hips. So make sure your left hip is facing the chair. Your right hip's kind of pulling back a bit. Good. Couple more breaths and holding. Straighten out your arms and then slowly step back. Both feet on the ground, standing tall. Okay, so square to the chair. Bring your other foot on top. Your toes are touching the back of the chair. Your knee is bent. And then raise your arms up. Standing leg strong. The leg that's on top is bent. Stick your bottom out. Fold forward. Place your hands on the back of the chair. Keep your knee bent, that front knee. Then straighten the front knee and bend it and straighten it. Do that a couple of times. One more bending, straightening. And then we straighten and hold. Stay there. And then fold forward, square. You can bring your hands down if you want, if you can. Otherwise, stay as you are. See if you can get the right hip towards the chair, the left hip pulling back a bit. Just another couple of breaths here. And then slowly coming up and take that foot off the chair. Very good. All right. I'm going to turn side on. So your right shoulder is facing the chair, not too far away. Take your right foot on top of the chair with your toes to the back of the chair. So turning sideways. Your right foot is on the back of the chair. Your arms go out to the side. Unlock that right leg. Take your arms out wide so you're looking down the long end of the mat. And your right leg is on top. You're turning sideways like you do when you do triangle pose. So bring that foot onto the back of the chair. Your toes are pointing to the ceiling. And then we slide sideways and see if you can grab the back of the chair. Bend your knee as much as you need to get there. And then take that top arm over your ear and then straighten out. So you can have your hand on the seat of the chair or on the back of the chair. Yeah, that would work better on that one. Rotate that top shoulder back, stretch the top side long, just like you do in triangle pose. Take 2 more breaths here. Send your hips forward a little bit. Now that top hand is coming down onto the chair and you're looking down and you're folding forward towards that leg again, but that back, the other foot stays where it is. And then we slowly come back up, take that foot off, and then change sides. So we're turning and take the foot onto the chair with the knee slightly bent, arms out. Reach over and take your top arm over. You can hold onto the back or onto the seat and then see if you can get that left leg straight. Rotate the shoulder, send the hips forward a little. One more breath here. And then hands to the chair, nose towards the knee. And take your time as you come back up. Very good. Okay, we're going to stay facing the chair. We got the hands on the back of the chair and walk back and go back into like that mountain pose. But this time your hands might be a little bit higher. Sit bones high. Hold it here. Tailbone back. And come back up. Good news. We're going to take a seat. So you're sitting on the chair and you want to be sitting slightly forward. So you're not sitting all the way against the backrest. Then your hands come to the back of the backrest. So your hands, if you can, on top. If that's too much on your shoulders, you hold on to the sides. And then we draw the shoulder blades together and look up towards the ceiling and just lift, lean forward, jaw closed. Slowly release. Now we're going to do that again in a second, but first take your feet wider, so they're about as wide as the mat. You're still just sitting on the edge. This might work better on a stool than a ball. And then you're going to come forward, hang forward, and then just hanging here. Good. Hold it here. Let your head hang. We'll take the hands to the knees and slowly roll back up. So you can do exactly the same one you just did, sitting and holding your hands at the back. Or if you want to go a little bit deeper, you're actually going to come onto your knees, so your feet are underneath the chair. So you can do that, or even feet on either side of the chair. And then again, you're holding on to either the top of the chair or onto the sides of the chair. And then you're going to draw the shoulders back and lift up. So you can just stay sitting on the chair like we did before. You don't have to be on your knees. And draw the shoulder blades together, lift the chest up towards the ceiling, squeeze your bottom a little bit, push your hips forward. Slowly release. Sit back on the chair if you're not already. And we're right on the edge of the chair again, like we were before. This time, take your right knee into the chest. Just hold on to the knee for a second. Grab your ankle and then place that ankle across your left knee. Keep sitting tall and just press the knee down and up a few times without rocking the body. And then lean forward so you can rest your forearm against the leg and look forward down your mat. So as you're leaning into it, try to look forward, send your chest forward. Ouch. Now ease out of that, but keep that leg on top. And then just slide the leg across like you're just sitting cross-legged in your chair. Place your left hand on that right knee. And then bring your right arm behind on the back of the chair and try and look all the way to the back. And you can lift yourself up tall as you twist yourself around. And we slowly keep the length in the spine as you turn back to face the front and straighten out the legs. So just sitting. All right, let's take the left knee into the chair, into the chest first, then grab that foot, place the ankle cross, and then gently press that knee down and up a little bit. Keep sitting tall. And then we're going to lean into it. So just lean into the knee and then look forward down the mat. Youch. Couple more breaths here. So leaning into a lean, and you can do a little bit of like stretch your spine even longer, and then lean a little to the right and left, or even look down, round your spine a little. I'm going to ease out of that. Slide the leg across so you're sitting in a cross-legged position on the edge of your chair. Place your opposite hand on the knee and then bring your hand behind and look to the back, but keep sitting tall as you rotate around. And then turn back to the front. Take the feet back out wide as the mat, and dangle forward. Let your head hang. And just shuffle your feet a little bit closer back towards the chair. And then shift your weight forward and see if you can take your bottom off the chair and just hang here. Slowly find the chair again, come back to sitting and roll back up. All right, we're going to come back on the ground. Get close to the chair with your bottom and bring your feet back on top. Now see if you can get your bottom quite close and your feet to the edge of the chair. So we're going back into that bridging. So from here, tilt the pelvis, come back into a bridge, but this time we stay up. Now you can intertwine the fingers or you can get onto your elbows, so your elbows get closer together. And then you've got your hands underneath your bottom. So you can stay here or bring one leg up and take it over your head. Bring that foot back onto the chair, other leg can go up and over. And you might be able to get both legs up and over into plow pose. See if you can bring your your feet back to the chair. Hands on the ground. Slowly roll down. Hug the knees in. Take the calves back onto the chair. Bring your hands back to your belly. Elbows stay wide, shoulders stay relaxed. Connect into that slow rhythmical breathing for a moment. So let's connect into that belly breath and bring the breath in for a count of 3. Hold it in for 3. Breathe out for a count of 3. Hold it out for a count of 3. Breathe in for a count of 3. Hold for a count of 3. Breathe out for 3. And hold out for 3. We'll do that twice more. In for 3. Hold. Out for 3. Hold. And one more. Now just breathe naturally, so no holding of the breath, just breathe naturally. I'm going to slowly slide the knees into the chest. Hold it here. Bring your feet on either side of the chair. Rock yourself to sitting. And keep your legs on either side of the chair. You can take your legs a little wider. And then just lean towards the back of the chair so you're getting an inner thigh stretch as you hold it here. Slowly ease out of that. We're going to come to hands and knees, but then go to a wide leg child's pose again, but keep the chair closer. And now just bring your arms, so you're kind of like just resting your arms. You can have your hands underneath your forehead, or you can have your forehead on the chair, or you can have your chin on the chair and just hang out there, just relax. So find the most comfortable position you can. Another couple of breaths like this. And then slowly come up and come back to the knees, hands on the chair, come to standing. And take your feet as wide as the mat with your hands on the chair. And you're not too far away from the chair. You're going to bring your right elbow on the chair and then your left arm to the ceiling, rotating. And then take your left hand on the chair, right arm up. Come back to center, both hands on the chair. Walk back a little bit into that mountain pose. And slowly bring your hands back to your knees. Tuck your chin, scoop your belly, and roll up to standing. Keep your feet a little bit wide. Rotate your spine, so just swing around. And then bring the feet a little closer together. Tuck the chin, roll down. Press the feet into the floor, roll up. Take your arms overhead, take a deep breath in. Bring your hands to a prayer position. And then just bow to your chair. Thank you, chair. Thank you for this dance. And namaste. Very good.